All right, kids, just a quick video as the markets have really taken a little bit of a dumper today. Not surprising. Folks, like I've been saying, we're going to be in this range. We're going to be in this range for the next year, probably between $15,000 and $40,000 for the next year. Everybody's freaking out right now, and I get it. If you're new to crypto, this is a pretty big dump. Most coins are down 10, 15%. That seems to be about the average. Bitcoin's actually up a little bit. We were at like 20,800. I mean, just like 20 minutes ago when I was about to make a video. I just want to kind of go over what I went over last night. Of course, the big news last night, Cardano, there were some problems with the test net. Some of the developers came out and said it was basically a big mess. Charles Hoskinson did a video today, basically said, hey, look, that's the whole point of test nets. Everything's been pretty much ironed out. They fixed all the problems, and everything's good to go. And then he basically did this whole thing about complaining about how a lot of these developers went on YouTube and started complaining about it. I mean, that's what people are going to do, and I'm kind of glad they did. We don't want any of this stuff hidden. Like I said, I love Cardano. I think Cardano's going to do just fine. I'm glad Charles Hoskinson, got ahead of it. And I want to let people know, the reason Cardano, one of the main reasons that Cardano is so much more risky than a coin than, say, Bitcoin. So, okay, Bitcoin will probably, we'll get like $100,000 Bitcoin, maybe $150,000 next bull market. Was that like a 5-7x from where it is right now? That's great, and that's not too bad. Cardano, we could probably see a $5 to $10 Cardano. You get, we're looking at like a bit between a 10, 15, maybe even 20x. Now, the reason you get more pumpage in these coins like Cardano and some of these altcoins, one, the market cap just isn't up there, but two, they're just more risky. The thing with Cardano is, and the thing I never liked about Cardano, I always do basically positive Cardano videos, and this is a positive video, but I'm going to say this isn't just talking about Cardano, this is talking about a lot of other projects too. Charles Hoskinson is basically the mouthpiece for Cardano. If he goes away, gets COVID, gets hit by a bus, decides he doesn't want to do this anymore, Cardano goes to zero. There is no more Cardano. And that's why when something like happened last night with Cardano, I basically pay attention, because it's not like Bitcoin where it's like there's some FUD out there and it's not really going to matter in the end. With Cardano, if there's a major problem with the blockchain, or Charles Hoskinson just comes out and has a little temper tantrum and says he doesn't want to do it anymore, there's no more Cardano. So with all of these altcoins, you have to be paying attention. You have to be ready to dump them at a moment's time, because you don't want to be holding something like Luna where it's dumping, you have a chance to get out, but you're still a believer in the project. If you remember all the scammers like Crypto Ran, Crypto Banter, and think of all your friends who decide to hold Luna right into the gutter as it was dumping. You had days to get out of it, and they didn't get out because they still were attached to the project. I'm not going to be attached to any of these projects. So with Cardano, without Charles Hoskinson at zero, another coin I talk a lot about is Theta. The good thing about Theta is that's actually a major corporation. You got like 4 or 5 big wigs ahead of in charge of it. If they lose their CEO, somebody else will come in. But with Cardano, just like with Litecoin, you got Charlie Lee with Litecoin, and when he sold all his coins, it really hurt Litecoin. Cardano with Charles Hoskinson, he's basically the head honcho, and it doesn't even have to be something in his control. God forbid something happens to this guy. Maybe he has too many unpaid parking tickets with his Lambo and they've given him 30 days in jail. There's no more Cardano after that. People have to realize that. When if any FUD happens with Charles Hoskinson, gets old, he just leaves the project, gets arrested, he's not healthy enough to be able to run the project anymore, there's no more Cardano. So there's definitely a way bigger risk than in holding a coin like Cardano versus, say, Ethereum or Bitcoin. But to get those major gains, that's why we hold our Cardano. Now, I believe in it. I'm not going to be in Cardano forever. I want to hold it for one more bull run. And after then, I don't see Charles Hoskinson really even being a part of the project anyway. You can tell he's pretty much just getting sick of it and wants to get the hell out. So yeah, so that's something that people have to pay attention to when you're holding a lot of these altcoins. For me, I'm still a big believer in Cardano. I'm still a big believer in theta. Yes, we're seeing a dump, folks. We're going to see dumps in crypto. If we're going to be in this range, theta's hanging out right now at a buck 23. It was just down like a buck 20. There's strong support for theta at a buck 20. There's super strong support for theta at 98 cents. That's when I bought a ton of theta at 98 cents a few months ago. When Bitcoin dumped down to, I believe it was like 17 or 18,000. And I believe that is the bottom for theta. That's why today I bought more theta. I bought a couple $1,000s worth of theta for my long-term trading bag. I have a good amount of theta now. Theta goes back up to $12 or $14. I got, I'm doing really, really good. So, I'm trying to find these coins that have bottomed out. I don't exactly know where the bottom is for a coin like Cardano, especially with all the FUD. Like I said, Cardano hit a low of 38 cents when Bitcoin went down to 18,000. We're not too far from 38 cents. I would say if Cardano breaks 38 cents, I'd say probably the bottom for Cardano was 25 cents. I've been saying that for a long time. But I really just don't know because we really haven't seen it yet. I mean, right now, the lowest we've gone is 38 cents. I feel like there is a possibility if there's bad news, we go below that. And that's when I'd be looking for my next buy low for Cardano. I'm probably not going to buy any more Cardano until it goes below 35 cents. Okay, I've been trying to get Matic for 75 cents. If Matic hits 75 cents tonight, I'm picking up some Polymatic because I think it's going to bounce really hard from 75 cents. Litecoin, anything for Litecoin under $50, which is very, very strong support. Litecoin hasn't even really gone below $50 much in the last couple months. If Litecoin goes below $50, I'll be picking some up. And that's really it, folks. Same old, same old. VeChain, I already have a bunch. If VeChain hits about right around that 2-cent level, like hovering around 2 cents, I'll probably pick some more up. VeChain had a high of 26 cents, so that can be an easy 15 to 20x. And I think VeChain will hit 50 cents, next bull market, 2024. So, folks, it's a boring time. We're dumping. I get it. Nobody likes to see their favorite coins dump, but unfortunately, this is the range we're going to be in. This is how it's going to be. I remember having Bitcoin in 2018. It was like $8,000, and it was $6,000. Then it would go up to $12,000. Everybody gets bullish. Then it goes right back down to $8,000. This is where we're going to be. We're going to be all over the place. So you have to ignore the noise and just be looking to buy cheap coins for the next year, year and a half. And then once we get close to that happening, we're going to come out of this and we're just going to pump and go crazy, and it'll be here before you know it. But yeah, we dumped hard last night. Okay. Like I said, I think Bitcoin will probably hang out around $20,000 for a while. If we dump below 17,000 and get some sort of flash crash down to 12,000, so be it. It doesn't really matter at this point. Whether you get your Cardano for 45 cents or 35 cents, whether you get your theta for $1.20 or $1, it just doesn't matter. So just have money on the side and be ready to buy. Like and subscribe to my channel. Folks, we're 50, 60, maybe even 70% through this bear market. There's not much left. I'd say within going into next year, as people start to talk about that halving again, we're going to slowly be creeping out of it. Then we'll probably see Bitcoin back up to $30,000, $40,000. We'll hang out at those levels for 6 months. Then we go rocket ship right back up to all-time highs. Then once we hit all-time highs, then we go back up to 100,000, 150,000, and then it's basically smooth sailing. So we just have to get through this rough patch. I think the next 6 months, 3 to 6 months, are going to be the most stressful time for people because of just everything going on in the economy. And I think we're just going to see giant swings that's going to fake people out. Just be ready for it. Don't get so emotional. We know what's coming, folks, and it's good stuff if you're in the right projects. Oh, there's a Matic down to 78 cents. I think I'm probably going to be picking up some Matic in the next hour. All right, folks, like and subscribe. Have a good weekend.